What's up, everybody? Destin Legary here from IGN. I'm here with David and Rich, who's not on mic.
Nope.
Sorry, I don't like to say hi. So we've been going through all the characters in Killer Instinct here at EVO, and the newest edition, Glacius, playable for the first time.
Absolutely, man. He is a blast to play.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about his jello neck. What's up with that?
That is not a jello neck.
Yeah.
It is. It's basically how Glacius breathes. So sort of the inspiration here that we were taking is really trying to push the alien aspects of Glacius. He is an alien inside a suit, and you can also see some of the electricity,
I really
sort
like
of nano suit type vibe coming through.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And once we get into game, you'll see he's big into sort of, using that technology to create ice as a way to do combat.
So if he takes off the nanosuit, is he just a puddle?
No, he'll be an alien exoskeleton inside.
Oh, okay. So it's part of him.
It is part of it.
All right. Well, let's see what he looks like in action. And we're also showing off his stage. There's his ship.
The crash site, that is Glacius's ship.
Well, do you think that's like an homage to 2? Or, well, you made the game. Yeah. Hey, is that an homage to 2?
It is an homage to. And what you'll see is when we do the Ultra later, and Filthy is going to do an amazing Ultra combo with Glacius, guaranteed. You will see the engine start and a blizzard start, sort of like suggesting, hey, maybe Glacius does finally get to return home.
All right, cool. Well, why don't you tell us a bit about this guy? How does he work?
So,
looks a little different. I don't remember those moves.
No, absolutely. So we have made some pretty radical adjustments to Glacius. Our big goal was to basically provide players with different gameplay styles. So what we were missing with KI is some of the other styles that are now popular, namely a ranged character. So that's what we went with for Glacius, and we thought sort of his ice constructs and his personality worked real well with it. So he is a real good sort of space controller range type character. So let's talk a little bit about his moves and how he sort of plays the range game. So here you see Rich doing the Ice Lance. That's forward medium punch, and that sort of forms the core of his game, right? So it's sort of a long distance poke, but what's special about it versus other maybe moves like that is that you can 2-in-1 into it. You can 2-in-1 off of it into a special move. So let's talk about his special moves. So a big one is Hail. So that's quarter circle back and punch. Different versions. So you saw the light stays very close to him, the medium a little bit further, and the heavy is basically full screen.
Now, does he have his ground punch move that makes the ball go?
No, so this sort of replaces that. So this is his projectile in the new KI.
And why'd you make that choice?
Well, the choice was really to support the gameplay style we were going for. Since he has space control, we needed something that gave him a little more vertical control of the jumping space, right? So now with the heavy punch version, you can control that jumping space and make it hard for people to jump against you. So the other big special for him that he can do off the lance is the Shatter. So Shatter, based on which level you do, like if you do the close, it's going to be right nearby, the medium's a little further, and then the heavy's basically full screen almost.
Little icy.
Yeah, and you can see sort of the reminiscent Puddle Punch ice construct at the end of that. What's special about this move, the startup is pretty gratuitous, 27 frames, but it's unblockable. So if you get hit by this, even if I'm crouch blocking, boom, it blows that up. If I'm stand blocking, it blows that up.
So it's unblockable.
It is unblockable. But what you can do if you see it coming is jump out of the way, or if I can time my dashes, you could dash out of the way. Or any move with invulnerability, like Jago's Tiger Fury or things like that, would get through it. So there are ways to counter, but it is a strong form of his mix-up, because like what Rich will do is he'll hit you with the Ice Lance, and then he'll either threaten a Hail or a Shatter, and you got to sort of guess what he can do. All
right. So one of my favorite moves he had, I don't mean to interrupt you, but was his Puddle Punch. Does he have that still?
Absolutely. Let's see it here.
I'm going to say no and see what happens.
No, of course, we wouldn't leave you. We wouldn't leave you hanging, Dustin.
Right.
So here's the Puddle Punch. In this version of KI, it's quarter circle towards and kick. What's nice about it is the whole way down he's invulnerable, so it's sort of Glacius' opportunity to get people off him. It can also be used as a linker and ender. On the way up, though, he does have his vulnerable box in front of the attack, so it's not like completely invulnerable on attack.
Cool, and there's a shoulder dash that people might be missing.
Cold shoulder. So cold shoulder is back. It's quarter circle back and kick.
And kick?
And kick.
Okay, and the other one's quarter circle forward and kick.
Kick.
That's the same, isn't it?
The cold shoulder?
Yeah, the puddle punch.
No, puddle punch is the same. Cold shoulder is
Okay,
different.
okay.
And again, all these moves can be EX'd. One of the nice things, sorry, shadow can be shadowed. One of the nice things about shadowing the cold shoulder is it becomes projectile invulnerable. So that can be pretty important to him. So another huge thing, everyone's got their sort of special combo mechanic. We've talked about we've talked about Jagos and Saberwolves. Glacius is that he can do ranged combos. So Rich will sort of start with a lance here, and you'll see he's actually got ranged doubles and then ranged linkers.
Oh,
so
geez.
at full distance, he can pull combos.
So he's bringing you in.
Yeah, well, but he has the option to bring you in or pull you out. So the light punch doubles will push you away. So here you see him pushing you away.
So you're pretty much corner beating them down.
Or, if you want to be a little more aggressive, here you see Rich bringing them in, and then you go into normal combo. So you've got an option, like, again, it's all about controlling space with Glacius. Do you want to push him away, bring him in? The choice is up to you if you're sort of playing more aggressive or, a little more casually.
Cool. Jeez. That does look really neat. Like,
the
just
ice
visually.
constructs are just amazing. Like, I love the way the lance breaks apart. Like, just see the little ice crystals. There's the shadow hail. Like, just make it snow, baby. Make it snow.
So what about his instinct?
So his instinct is really special. It's basically ice armor. So when I enact it, because
his grab like pushes you way away.
Which is great for a zoning character, right? So, like, real quick, we should almost full screen away.
Yeah.
Another thing that's cool, very unique to Glacius, if we're in the corner, I can throw and continue into combo.
Oh, nice.
So you can corner combo off the throw. Sorry, so we were talking about instinct mode.
Yeah.
His instinct mode is ice armor. So let me just enact it and take a look.
Oh, I just noticed his hands.
Like, look at that sheet of ice that forms over him, and then it'll absorb one hit.
Oh, okay.
So if he does another lance or something, boom, and I'm still not in a hit stun. So
so he throws some at you. You can easily counter that.
so like the cold shoulder becomes godlike, when you've got that. Throws really good also. So what's interesting is, like, we want instinct mode to affect and change the way people play with their characters. And with Glacius, that definitely happens, right? Like, normally you're trying to create space, you're throwing hails to protect yourself, you're being very defensive. But the second you put on instinct mode, it's like a game changer. Now you're like, oh, now I want to be close, I want to get up close, and sort of bring the brawl to you.
God, just seeing Rich use him in action, like, it reminds me of, like, the old Glacius. I know you've changed some of the inputs, but you definitely see that original character influence. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
One other little thing, and just so we cover all the moves, he's got one more. Oh, look at that Puddle Punch Jago. He's got one more command normal. It's back heavy punch. It's sort of the icicle. It's a great anti-air. And you can also, if I jump in on Rich, you'll see you can also follow up on it. Oh, I just died, but you can lance and do other combos off it. So it's a great way to sort of punish people who predictably jump in.
Cool. What's that orb he's making?
That's the sort of end, him sort of forming his power and victory.
Oh, okay.
We gotta show his taunt out.
Oh.
There it is, forming it.
That's him saying, I'm gonna win.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Rich is just showing off now, doing 24%ers. Can he do a godlike, you think? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Easily.
He's nodding his head, yes. That was a 40% 22 hit combo. That was nice.
Yeah, he hits hard, man. He hits hard.
So, how much attention did you pay to the percentages you'll let people get with their regular combos? Like, you got the bars that, like, tells you where you're at percentage-wise and everything.
You mean percentages in terms of damage?
Yeah, so that was like 40% damage.
So in
I noticed a lot of people are maxing out around 40%.
Yeah, in general, what we're going for is maximum around 30% if you don't use shadow meter, and then every shadow bar you use will add 10%. So you can get to about 50% if you use both meters. But obviously, you have to do an extremely easy to break combo to do that. So it's going to be tough to get that off in competitive play.
Yeah. Rich, you gonna try and do a godlike before you kill him? All right.
Or just go into the Ultra, baby.
Yeah. Godlike with the Ultra.
Oh no.
35.
35.
All right,
Nice.
all right. Well, of course, we need to come back for one more thing.
Okay.
That Ultra. Let's see what we got.
Let's do it.
We got this.
Who's the best Glacius player in the office?
I might be Rich, man. He's
Yeah?
got the tech down. He's got the
No
tech down.
pressure, Rich.
I would say
pressure.
John Batista, who's the designer, who sort of did most of the design work on this character, is really good with them. He's great at zoning, great at space control.
Rich is talking a little smack about his coworker and his captain.
I might hit back if you're not
my own
careful.
combos. Call this the holiday special.
The holiday.
Oh, nice.
This is the holiday special. That's what Rich is calling it.
The holiday.
Because it starts off with the hail
Yeah.
into...
Oh, let's show that here. Could you be so kind to block?
Oh,
So Dave's blocking a little bit to build
Alright,
some.
come closer. Alright, let's start with it unblocked. Alright, this one. This is the Popeye.
Okay, the
This is
Popeye.
the
the
Popeye.
pop icon. Love the ice constructs on the heavy.
I love that bounce.
Yeah,
Ooh,
That's Popeye.
40%.
first
killer.
character with a ground bounce, by the way.
Nice. First character, so there's going to be more.
Well, there's going to be more characters, I'll tell you
With
that.
ground bounces?
Potentially.
All right.
Oh, it's almost ultra time.
All right.
Alright, here you go.
I'm going to give you... All right, let's see it.
All right, Rich. What do you got? Let's see your Ultra.
Alright. I'm not even trying to do the ball bounce. Here, let's stop.
Oh, is that the start of it?
No, not yet. That's
Oh.
still just Shadow. That's the Shadow Puddle Punch.
All right.
That's
Oh,
the start
there's
of
the
it.
Ultra. I recognize the music.
And notice the engines on the ship.
Yeah. Firing up in the
Cancels,
background.
goes back into combo.
Okay. Like that Puddle Punch.
Back into Ultra. And now, this is the tricky part. How is he going to style after the launch?
Oh,
he drops
happy
it.
with that.
He drops it.
I'm happy
That was
with
pretty nice.
87 hit Ultra with Glacius. Thank you guys so much for showing us all these characters. And for more on Killer Instinct, we'll be covering it still, so keep it locked on IGN.